Good morning, children. Welcome back to the social session. In the previous classes, we have been learning for the past few days from now the food gathering to food growing. So it was very lengthy to learn about the food gathering, children. As we all know that the early man started his life with a food gathering, hunting, living a nomadic life, then started the domestication of the animals, then started leading a settled life. We have come across the words like microliths also in the previous session. Today, we shall learn about some of the tools which were newly introduced, which we called them in our previous class as neolith. Microlith we have seen, and now I am talking about Neolithic or neolith. What is this neolith? Neolith is nothing but it's a kind of a stone tool, okay, which is used for cutting the trees and branches, is called as a neolith. And the early farmers selected the right kind of stone which was ground on the rocks to give it an axe like edge. Axe, you know, axe, how sharp the axe looks like. Okay. This is axe, and here you find the handle through which we can cut. Okay. So this axe like head they have given was then fixed. This head, this is the head, this was fixed to a wooden handle, okay, so that they can catch it very easily. By growing crops with the new tools, the early people began a process which changed almost all the aspects of their lives in a fundamental manner. Previously they were living in a rock caves and rock shelters, and they were leading the knowledge of cultivating was very limited. So after the introduction of Neolith, the fundamental manner in what they were living has completely changed. The period of early agriculture is called as a Neolithic period. The period of early agriculture is called as Neolithic period, and this is named after the tool Neolith. Neolithic period is named after the tool called as Neolith. Neolith is a tool which is used, stone tool which is used to cut the trees and branches. And these all pictures are available in the textbook, children. You can go through the textbook and observe those pictures very clearly. And we find the earliest evidences of cultivation of crops from Baluchistan, okay, which is to the northwestern side of Pakistan, Baluchistan. In that area we found the evidences of early man cultivating the crops. It was about 10,000 years ago that they had the knowledge of cultivating the crops. In India, there are evidences in Kashmir from around 5,000 years ago. Even we found certain evidences. Evidences means, what are evidences, children? Evidences means proof. Proof that, okay, these people lived here, they have cultivated. We got certain proofs. How did we come to know? With the help of archaeologists. Already I told you who is an archaeologist. The person who conducts the excavation and study those tools and implements is called as archaeologist. So the earliest evidence of domestication in the Deccan region, in the Deccan, comes from the border of Telangana, Andhra Pradesh and Karnataka. In this border, we found the ash mounds. Many ash mounds were found, and these large ash mounds are generally the areas where the cow dung was put in a heap, and during the festivals and during the social gatherings, they used to burn them. Those are the ash mounds which have come because of burning those. Archaeologists believe that around 5,000 years ago, hunters of these areas began to rear cattle. Cattle rearing was one of the main occupation of the early man. So they used to rear the cattle, and the cattle were then used in special places where a lot of cow dung was accumulated, and then they were burned and probably set fire on the festival days and on the social gathering. And such ash mounds are found in the regions like Nagar Karnool in our state, which is a district of Telangana, and even in Anantapur district of Andhra Pradesh. Nagar Karnool and Anantapur are both adjacent, but Anantapur falls under Andhra Pradesh, and Nagar Karnool is the edge of southern edge of Telangana region. So along with the ash mounds, they also found Neolithic stone axes. Stone axes they have found, and even they have found stone blades, and even they have found handmade pots, which are in, decorated pots they have found. After a few thousand years, many of these people also started cultivating crops and settling down in villages. Slowly the settled life and villages settling down and emerging of villages has got started slowly. If you look at this Neolithic period in Telangana region, a number of Neolithic sites have been found in Warangal rural region, Warangal urban, Jangam, and even in Jaishankar, Siddipet, Nagar Karnool, Mehboob Nagar, Karim Nagar, and even Adilabad districts. These are the places where the ground stone tools are found. They have been collected in the excavations, and the excavations conducted at Polakonda in Warangal urban, Warangal district, have brought to light a heap of burnt clay along with a large number of microliths. Microliths means the stone implements which they have used, and handmade parts and jars. Even for storing the grains, they had jars. These all were found in the excavations conducted at Polakonda in Warangal district. And people seem to have lived here some 3,300 years ago. The people seem to live in this region. So this is how we can learn about the food gathering to food growing children. We have come to the end of the lesson. Hope you all have understood this lesson, and don't forget to complete the fair notes, children. Thank you.